but it's got this like layer over the top of it of federal districts. The state of Texas is a corporation. The state of Iowa is a corporation, and it is a part of this great big, you're an employee, and you are obligated to follow the employee manual, which means they win, you lose. Okay? So they've been doing this since 1913 or before. Well, the 14th Amendment was in 1868. So they've been playing this game, this ideological war, for 150 years. And people are just waking up. It's like, bailout, stimulus package, what? They've been at it for 150 years ahead of us. We have a lot of catching up to do. But the good thing is, we have the power to alter or abolish any unconstitutional government. If they are guilty of treason, they need to be afraid of us. Because being dictator is a really good thing for a while. I mean, maybe for a long while, everything goes your way because you're the dictator, right up until the last day where they drag you out of the house and hang you upside down from a telephone pole naked. Just ask Mussolini. Oh, well, he can't answer it. But it's a good lesson nonetheless. Again, I am not advocating violence. I'm advocating getting up off the couch, turning off the TV, and getting really, really engaged in the ideological war so nobody has to pull the trigger. If we can convince 300 million Americans to stand up and go, no more of this stuff, no more statutory law, no more bailout, no more Federal Reserve, no more unconstitutional government, we may have saved it just at the last possible moment. Article 5. Article 5 is all about how you change the Constitution. The Constitution is not carved in stone. It's not perfect. The Founding Fathers knew that. In fact, I strongly suspect they left some of the mistakes in, hoping that we would be smart enough to go in and edit the mistakes out. There are two things that have to happen. First of all, an amendment has to be proposed. In order to propose an amendment, you need 2/3 of both houses. 2/3 is the equivalent of 66.6%. So, 2/3 of both houses to propose an amendment. Who is the amendment proposed to? To the state legislatures. Now you need 3/4 of the state legislatures. 75% of the state legislatures have to go, yep, that's a good thing, we're going to let you do that. So, is it possible to change the Constitution? Yes. Is it easy to change the Constitution? No, and it's not supposed to be. If we're going to change the supreme law of the land, we want most of the people in the United States to be in favor of it. Article 6, page 95. 6.1.3. The senators and representatives before mentioned, and the members of the several state legislatures, and all executive and judicial officers, both of the United States and of the several states. I don't know why they wrote it that way. Why couldn't they just say all legislative, executive, and judicial members of the federal and state legislature? But why couldn't you just make it real simple? But no. But basically, everybody shall be bound by oath or affirmation to support this Constitution. So your local police officer, he comes up to see you at the side of the road, you can ask him, excuse me, you appear to be a police officer. That always gets him going. I appear to be, of course I'm a police officer. So then you took an oath to protect and defend the Constitution? Well, yeah, of course. Oh, good. So you can tell me how many articles are in the Constitution? No, they can't. So all of a sudden you can say, well, how can you protect and defend the Constitution? You don't even know how many articles in it. How the hell can you do a decent job? Why not call somebody out like your supervisor who knows what the heck is going on? And right away, they're going to realize that you are not the average, ordinary, yes sir, no sir, anything you say kind of person. Okay? Article 7, down at the bottom of page 95, the ratification of the Constitution of 9 states shall be sufficient for the establishment of this Constitution between the states so ratifying the same. So only 9 states were necessary to ratify the Constitution. Eventually, all 13 states did ratify it, but only 9 were required. Okay. Chapter 14, a preamble to the Bill of Rights. Most people are aware that the Constitution has a preamble. Most of you memorized it in high school in order to become good patriotic Americans. That's it. Just memorize the preamble. That's your good housekeeping seal of approval. How many people knew before now that the preamble, that the Bill of Rights also has a preamble? Well, that's not bad. It says the conventions of a number of the states, having at the time of their adopting the Constitution expressed a desire in order to prevent misconstruction or abuse of its powers, that further declaratory and restrictive clauses should be added. So when is this happening? During the ratification debates. At the conventions of a number of the states having at the time of their adopting the Constitution. So this is in 1789 time frame. Expressed a desire in order to prevent misconstruction or abuse of its powers. What is misconstruction? My 4th grade teacher? Misconstruction? What is misconstruction? It is a deliberate misunderstanding. We do not want somebody to read the Constitution and twist it around to their own interpretation. So we're going to fix it. Okay? We're trying to prevent the abuse of government power. So what is the solution to the problem? That further declaratory and restrictive clauses should be added. What does a declaratory clause do? Does a declaratory clause ask for permission? No. It's making a declaration. I'm going to come back there and kick your ass. Am I asking for your permission? No. I'm letting you know now what's going to happen so that when you wake up in the hospital tomorrow, you have some kind of a clue why you're there. I'm not asking. Did we ask for freedom of religion? Did we ask for freedom of speech? No, we already had it. We are telling the government that we have it. We have freedom of religion. We have freedom of speech. We have a right to keep and bear arms. Thou shalt not infringe. What part of shall not be infringed don't you understand? So, the Bill of Rights are not directed at us.